What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Race to $1,000 case study where I race two websites to see which one gets to $1,000 first. So this is month number 9, and again, it's been quite a good month. As I predicted, between months 6 and 12, it's usually the months where you get the best sort of return on effort. All the hard work you put in the first 6 months starts to come to fruition, and that's kind of what's been going on in this case study, although there are some caveats that I'll talk about. So for those of you who've not been to this case study before, I've got two case study sites, one that's only targeting affiliate content and one that's only targeting display ads. So I'm comparing how the two were built and what their profits will be over time. I've also updated the case study playlist, so you can go to the Niche Safari YouTube channel homepage and you'll be able to access all of the previous videos on this current case study, so you can watch them all if you haven't seen any before. So differences between the two websites really quickly. So the affiliate site, the aim was to create about 80 to 100 articles with about 75% best X for Y articles with strong silo structure to create topical relevancy between the best X for Y articles. For the display ad site, I was aiming for 200 articles, 100% informational keywords, and I wanted to build topical relevance through brute force. So essentially, I didn't really care that much about the competition at the start. I was just going to create so much content that Google saw me as a strong, relevant website on a topic. You can see already probably that there are some issues with the design of both of the sites, which is why neither of the sites is one of my more profitable websites. And I'll talk a little bit about that as we go on. So let's go to the affiliate site. So this site was around about 75-80% affiliate content. We're at month 9 and there is it's still dead. It's only getting 86 users a month. Again, it's the same as last month. I haven't added any more content for a couple of months because I consider this website to have failed. I will be releasing the domain probably and doing a breakdown of this in month 13. So I'm leaving it to month 13 because I said, look, I'll give it 12 months. Then I'll release the domain and we'll have a more detailed breakdown of why this site probably failed. But interestingly enough, it did make me some money. It made me $26.88 from one sale. So it's a sort of a one-off anomaly sale. I'm usually getting about one sale a month at the moment from a website that is essentially dead, which is pretty funny, but I'll take the money. Okay, so where things went wrong, you are probably thinking it yourself right now. There are way too many best X for Y articles. I built this site just before people started coming around to the idea that Google doesn't like websites with too many best X for Y articles or best buyer intent articles. So it was quite unfortunate that I started this site just before that chatter started about, well, Google doesn't like affiliate sites with too much affiliate content anymore. But so be it, it was a learning curve. So another thing it may have been is too high competition. I'm not sure. I guess I probably will never know. Okay, so let's move on to the display ad site, which is much healthier. You can see here that I added 16 new articles in month 9. I wish that was probably twice as much, but I've been really busy. When I release my productivity report for this month, I'll talk through some more of those personal reasons why I've been really busy with the rest of my portfolio. But when you've got a portfolio of 6 websites, if one website demands all of your attention, you need to put everything down and pay attention to that one website, which is what happened this month. So yeah, only 16 more articles, getting me to 159 in total. I am aiming for about 200, probably more, and I should get there pretty quickly. And then once I hit 200, I'll probably say I'll aim for 300. So here is the rank tracker. I use SERP Robot as a rank tracker, so it's tracking all of my key target keywords. My goal over months 6 to 12, a good month for me is when I double the amount of keywords in the top 3 and when I double the amount of traffic. I've mostly hit that most months, so the last 3 months, and I've done it again this month. So I went from 10 to 21 in the top 3 and 22 to 42 in the top 10. So it's looking really healthy there. You can see here that I'm comparing the traffic from last month to this month, and traffic has gone up 130%. So last month was the orange line and this month was the blue line. And you can see it's probably around about double, a little bit more. So in terms of users, I went up from 6,000 to 14,000. Sessions, I went up from 6,500 to 15,000. So I'm pretty happy with that. It seems to be on the right path. Okay, moving on to revenue now. So comparing month 8 to month 9, month 8 I made $60.41 and $7.86 EPMV. That's earnings per 1,000 visitors. So $7.86 for every 1,000 people who came to my website. The company I'm using for monetization is Ezoic. Ezoic is sponsoring this case study, so thank you Ezoic. And there's a link in the description below where it's an affiliate link. So if you want to join Ezoic, you need 10,000 visitors per month to your website. Click that link below and you can get into the Ezoic program and I'll make a little bit of commission. Okay, compare that to this month. This month I made $132, so that is more than double, and I got an EPMV of $7.74, which is a little bit lower, but it's still, not too much different. I am thinking next month EPMV will absolutely crash because it's a new quarter, and at the start of every new quarter, you do expect a big crash in revenue. Okay, so a little bit about how I'm pivoting this display ad site. So the EPMV has turned out to be really poor for this niche. I was really disappointed. I started this niche because I had created a couple of trial articles in one of my other websites, and the EPMV on those trial articles was really high. But for this website, it's not very high, unfortunately. So I don't know why that's the case. Maybe it will go up over time. We'll see. Another thing that I've pivoted is that for the first 100 articles, I was targeting articles that were far too competitive. I had this kind of idea in my head that if I just went brute force and just created a ton of content on a very specific cluster, that Google will see me as an authority on the cluster just based upon the topical authority and not based upon inbound links to my website. Unfortunately, the Google's algorithm is still very reliant on links, so that didn't really work out. So after my first 100 articles, I really pivoted towards very low competition articles. So it was a completely different strategy. So if you look at this next page as an example, I've cut out all of the keywords, just highlighted them in different colors, but all the keywords highlighted in red are keywords I've targeted using my new strategy, which is very low competition, compared to my old strategy, which was that brute force, just trying to create as many articles around a specific cluster as possible. You can see that these low competition articles are still some of my most successful ones, even though most of them are only about 3 months old. So the new strategy seems to be working, and in fact, most of my traffic is coming from articles that I've only written in the past 3 or 4 months, so in the second half of this case study. So the pivot is working. The pivot is really helping give life to this website, and I just really need to keep producing more of these low competition articles. So overall, a good month again for the display ad site. It's doing okay. I can see it hitting $1,000 a month at some point, maybe in the next 12 months, if I keep adding content. The affiliate site, still dead. I will release the domain in month 13 so we can sort of break down together what problem was. So guys, if you want to find out anything more from this case study, I'll leave a link to the playlist next to me, and I'll also leave a link to a video picked out especially for you, as Alex Cooper likes to say.